Hey there, anime fans! Ready for an otherworldly adventure where our main characters get a second shot at life with powers that redefine the term overpowered? Join me as we count down the top 10 anime where the MC is reborn with unmatched, jaw-dropping abilities. From kicking ass to making friends, these anime gems have it all. So, grab your popcorn, hit that play button, and let's dive into a world of action, comedy, and fantasy like never before. Starting off our list at number 10 is the 8th Son. Are you kidding me? Shingo is a 25-year-old workaholic who wakes up as a 6-year-old kid in a fantasy world. He finds out he is Wendelin, the 8th and unwanted son of a broke noble family. He decides to use his magic skills to escape his miserable fate and become rich and famous. Along the way, he meets friends, foes, and potential wives. Will he succeed in his new life, or will he miss his old one? Find out in this hilarious and adventurous story of a man trapped in a child's body. At number 9, we have the Aristocrats' otherworldly adventure, serving gods who go too far. Kazuya is a hero who dies for 2 girls he doesn't know. He gets a second chance as Kane, a noble kid in a fantasy world. He meets 7 gods who give him superpowers and tell him he's their chosen one. Kane thinks he's living the dream, but soon realizes the gods are using him for their own agenda. Will he be able to handle the pressure and the perks of being a god's favorite? Find out in this comedy and action-packed story of a man reborn as a child prodigy. Coming in at number 8 is Reborn to Master the Blade, from Hero King to Extraordinary Squire. Inglis is a dying king who wants to be a swordsman. He gets a wish from a goddess and is reborn as a girl in a magic world. He finds out he can't use magic, but he doesn't care. He just wants to swing his sword and be awesome. He becomes a squire for his cousin, who is a knight. He faces many dangers and adventures, but he is happy. He is living his dream of being a blade master. Watch him slash his way through this comedy and fantasy story of a girl with a king's soul. Number 7 on our list is Wise Man's Grandchild. Shin is a reincarnated salaryman who lives with Merlin, a retired hero. He is a genius in magic and martial arts, but a dummy in everything else. He joins a magic school to learn some manners, but he becomes a star student and a magnet for trouble. He meets new friends, enemies, and love interests, but he just wants to have fun. Watch him kick ass and make a mess in this comedy and fantasy story of a boy with a man's mind. Halfway through our list at number 6 is the Faraway Paladin. Will is a reborn loser who lives with a skeleton, a ghost, and a mummy. They teach him how to fight, cast spells, pray, and love. He grows up to be a badass, but he has to leave his family and swear to a god. He doesn't know which god to pick or what the world is like. He also doesn't know that his oath will change his destiny. Watch him face his fate and have fun in this comedy and fantasy story of a boy with a deadbeat dad. At number 5, we have Knights and Magic. Tsubasa is an otaku who dies and becomes Ernesti, a noble kid in a mech world. He has amazing magic skills, but he only cares about mechs. He joins a magic school to learn how to pilot them, but he also wants to build his own. He makes friends with twins who share his passion and enemies who don't. He faces demonic beasts and human foes, but he is fearless. He is living his dream of being a mech master. Watch him geek out and fight in this comedy and fantasy story of a boy with a newt's heart. Coming in at number 4 is the world's best assassin. The world's best assassin is betrayed and killed by his own organization. He meets a goddess who likes his skills and sends him to a new world to kill the hero. He becomes Luff, a noble assassin with a kind heart. He learns new ways to kill, but also makes friends and enemies. He faces the hero, who is a tough opponent. He needs to be perfect, but he also wants to have fun. Watch him struggle and laugh in this comedy and fantasy story of a man with a killer's soul. At number 3 on our list, we have Saga of Tanya the Evil. Tanya is a ruthless soldier who is actually a man reborn as a girl by a god he pissed off. He lives in a world of magic and war, and he wants to climb the ladder and retire. He fights against enemies and the god who torments him. He is called the Devil of the Rhine, but he is really a scaredy cat. He makes the empire stronger, but he also makes more trouble. Watch him curse and kill in this comedy and fantasy story of a girl with a man's soul. Our runner-up at number 2 is Mushoku Tensei Jobless Reincarnation. Rudius is a loser who dies and becomes a baby in a magic world. He has his old memories, but he also has new parents. He learns magic from Roxy, a cute mage. He learns swordplay from Paul, a cool dad. He meets Sylphie, a sweet girl. He is happy, but he also has problems. He faces bullies, monsters, and his own fears. He wants to find love, but he also wants to survive. Watch him grow and laugh in this comedy and fantasy story of a man with a baby's body. And finally, at the top of our list, we have the Eminence in Shadow. Minoru is a loner who wants to be strong, but he hides his skills. He beats up bikers at night, but he dies in a truck crash. He wakes up as Sid, a noble kid in a magic world. He has the power he wanted, but he also has a crazy imagination. He creates Shadow Garden, a group to fight the cult of Diablos, a group he made up. But the cult becomes real, and so does the trouble. Watch him fight and lie in this comedy and fantasy story of a boy with a crowbar. Thanks for diving into the realm of rebirth and unmatched power with us. Share your favorites in the comments below. If you enjoyed this journey, don't forget to hit that like button and subscribe for more awesome content. Until our next adventure, stay epic, stay entertained, and I'll catch you in the next video.